Don't ever, ever give anybody enough power to bring back the triggered, unhealed version of you when you've worked so hard to become better than that.
I always cry before I fight.
You did? Always cry before
Yeah.
you fight? What were you crying about?
I don't know. That's just who I am.
Yeah, but go further. What's the emotion? Are you?
I'm getting ready to change into somebody I don't like.
You're getting ready to change you, change into the fighter.
Yeah.
And you don't like that fighter?
Not really. No, not really.
Wow. Mike Tyson. That's illuminating. You are the greatest fighter that ever lived, and you didn't like that guy.
No, because he came more with fighting.
He what?
He brought more than just fighting with him.
What do you mean?
He brought like jealousy, enviness, guilt. He brought a lot of stuff.
All the bad qualities that you learned were bad, you assigned to that Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That isn't the Mike Tyson I'm talking to.
No, not at all.
Don't you quit. Don't you quit. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. As weak as you are, as tired as you are, as many mistakes as you made, you do make a difference. There is something they would lose if you were not there. There was something that they would miss if you were not there. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. Keep hopping. It's for people that are trying to hop their way back home. Come hell or high water, doing the best they can with what they got. That's who we are, doing the best we can with what we got. And we may not break any ribbons and we may not get any trophies, but if we can learn how to hang on in there, we'll be all right.
What's the best thing that's happened to you since you've been mayor?
My brother was the mayor twice.
How old is your brother?
No.
26?
How old are you, Robert?
Sometimes we get stuck in these situations where we're seeking the approval of someone for our self-esteem.
Yes.
Self-esteem is about yourself, right?
Absolutely.
But we start looking to other people for our self-esteem, and sometimes we find ourselves looking in broken mirrors to get a reflection of ourselves, right? And the greatest tragedy is when you look into a broken mirror to see if you're pretty, right? And you're gonna let that person tell you about your inner qualities. And the greatest tragedy is when you look in a broken mirror and you're gonna change your face to try to look good in a broken mirror.
The best advice I've been given, and I wish that I knew when I was younger, is don't be in a relationship with anyone you wouldn't marry. Here's why. It's a waste of time and it takes you off the market. Don't worry too much about relationships. Build friendships, and maybe one day you'll meet your soulmate. Or maybe you'll realise you want to spend the rest of your life with your best friend. Your life should not be spent on trying to fall in love or having to worry about a partner. Your life right now should be spent on you finding yourself. Go to that party, study hard, hang out with the boys, hang out with the girls, because as you get older, all those people are going to be in their own lane doing their own thing. You're going to look back and regret not enjoying your life when you were young. If you have a goal, reach for it. If you don't worry about it. The past is a memory, the future is imagination, and the present is a gift. Make the most of being young, because trust me, getting older comes fast.
You will look at yourself one day and you won't know who you are because you don't remember who you were. Sometime along the way, or maybe at 13 or 14, we let go of the little person that kept us going. That person, when we get about 13 or 14, we get embarrassed of him. And we push him aside and we don't listen to him anymore. And he's always knocking. Hey, hey. And after so long of a time, maybe 10, 15 years, you don't even know him. You show up at your own door and you don't even know who you are. Your family doesn't know who you are. So it's important, no matter what you do, no matter what challenges you go through, you remember who you are.
7 rules of life. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. Number 3, give it time. Time heals everything. Number 4, don't compare. The only person you should try to beat is the person you were yesterday. Number 5, stay calm. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Know that in time, you'll get there. Number 6, it's on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. Number 7, smile. Life is short. Enjoy it while you can.
First day of introductory psychology class. I teach 2 classes of 600 students. Maybe some of you have been in that class. And you remember the first day I say, how many are here to avoid failure? And 80% raise your hand. And I say, well, thanks for coming. I know you're motivated, but you're not happy campers. You probably told your friends, I've got to go to class. It's a requirement. Not I get to go to class. It's an opportunity. You probably woke up to an alarm clock, not an opportunity clock. And it's all in how you see it. Really, it's all in how you see it. It's your paradigm. It's how you communicate to others and how you communicate to yourself. So.
Next patient.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. कहिए क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
मैम डिप्रेशन.
इसकी कोई वजह है?
जिंदगी में खुश रहने की कोई वजह ही नहीं है.
एक काम करेंगे, हमारे शहर में एक सर्कस लगा हुआ है. वहाँ पे इतने सारे फनी एक्ट्स होते हैं. स्पेशली एक जोकर है, वो खुद तो मार खाता है लेकिन लोगों को बहुत हंसाता है. तो आई रिकमेंड कि आप वहाँ जाएं और आपको हंसी आएगी. क्या हुआ?
लेकिन मैम जोकर तो मैं ही हूँ.
I applied for Harvard for 10 times rejected. When KFC come to China, come to my city, 24 people went for the job. 23 people accepted. I was the only one guy.
Walking.
A lot of people think I'm unhappy because I'm quiet. I'm not unhappy. I just appreciate silence in a world that never stops talking.
I'm about to describe you and you're gonna be like, what the fuck, how does she know this shit? But there's a point to this, so keep listening. You have a big heart and you care about people a lot. Not everybody. There's some people you strongly dislike. You give a lot of time and energy to people who you care about. Sometimes those people don't always deserve it. You also sometimes have attachment issues. Not all the time, but you tend to have a trend of not letting people go even when you know they're toxic. And you currently have someone who you feel like you're never gonna get over. You're also hot as fuck and don't even realize it. You have so many insecurities that you forget to appreciate all your good qualities. And And when people compliment you, you don't really believe it. There are times you can be a complete badass. When you're confident, you freaking glow. You're also a fun-ass person to be around, and you feel like people don't appreciate that. Lastly, you are strong as hell. You've been through so much shit in your life, some which people don't even know about, but you're still fighting and doing amazing. But that person you want so bad right now, do they see all that? No, they don't. A random girl on TikTok knows you better than they do, and they don't even care to get to know you. They don't value or appreciate you at all. They do not deserve you.
The best advice I've been given, and I wish that I knew when I was younger, is don't be in a relationship with anyone you wouldn't marry. Here's why. It's a waste of time and it takes you off the market. Don't worry too much about relationships. Build friendships, and maybe one day you'll meet your soulmate. Or maybe you'll realise you want to spend the rest of your life with your best friend. Your life should not be spent on trying to fall in love or having to worry about a partner. Your life right now should be spent on you finding yourself. Go to that party, study hard, hang out with the boys, hang out with the girls, because as you get older, all those people are going to be in their own lane doing their own thing. You're going to look back and regret not enjoying your life when you were young. If you have a goal, reach for it. If you don't worry about it. The past is a memory, the future is imagination, and the present is a gift. Make the most of being young, because trust me, getting older comes fast.
You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. You know why? Because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. I tell people this all the time. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. He has missed over 700 times, but he has made 146. You know what they write about? When he make it. They write about when you make it. So guess what? When you get through failing, all you got to do is make one. Shit, who you know that gets it right all the time? That's impossible. You have to fail. Matter of fact, when you fail, be glad about it. Every time you fail, you're one step closer.
I want to go home, please.
Why do you want to go home, Jane?
Are you on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs? Why do I want to go home?
But you're not good enough to get away with flying through the air and trying to play the violin at the same time.
Can't punish people for mistakes. You know, it's like you have to forgive people. And a big part of that, you know, is forgiving yourself. We don't forgive ourselves for stuff, and it makes it impossible for us to forgive other people.
Your great life is in front of you. It's not behind you. What you did back there ain't got nothing to do with what God got for you. What you did back there was learn the lessons to get you to where you are at this particular moment right here. But what God got for you, do you know, man, that you can actually mess your life completely up? You can jack it all the way up, and you can turn around and get it right.
Do you like spending money? Clearly not. Not particularly.
I heard a story that you wanted to buy a watch, and at this point, you'd sold millions of albums, and you wanted to buy a watch.
I know the story.
Is that true? You called up your manager to see if you could afford to buy the watch?
Yeah. I think it was a Rolex. Was it a Rolex? It was a Rolex. And I asked him, could I afford it? Because they make fun of me for it, but I'm for real. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is the whole money thing, all that stuff was brand new to me.
So what are you wearing right now?
This is a G-Shock.
A G-Shock,
it's probably about $100.